Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Attenzione, bomba di mercato, big mercato news, sensational one, regarding Max Allegri, at least if we believe what has been written in an article on Gazzetta dello Sport this morning, but also the words of Fabiana della Valle, journalist of Gazzetta, on her own YouTube channel a few hours ago. A secret possible meeting between the coach of Juventus and a mysterious Saudi Arabia club. Today, latest tomorrow, a big offer to make sure that Max is moving from Italy, from Juventus, in Saudi Arabia, Al-Nassr or Al-Hilal. We will give you all the details in that video. If you didn't yet, put a maximum of like. If you didn't yet, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stay up to date with all the Mercato news about the sporting director, about the management, about the coach, about the players in or out, well, notification ring on. Ragazzi, we have to put everything in context if we want to speak about that big bomba news. Because the last video I did on the channel 2 days ago were 24 hours after the words, the official words of Juventus CEO Maurizio Scanavino on Sky Sport Italia, where he confirmed Max Allegri being the coach of Juventus. They were aligned on everything, on Mercato, on the difficult financial situation of Juventus, and that he has never been in doubt. Were these words correct, yes or no? I reported you the words, I gave you all the information regarding that, and I also told you that regardless of who would be the coach of Juventus, whatever decision would have been, I would continue to watch every single game. I know that a lot of people criticized me for not telling you Allegri out, but for the people that are Allegri out, for the people that want to change, and maybe also to confirm what I'm telling you since last summer, that I didn't believe that Max Allegri would have been the coach of 23-24, well, there is a few hopes after the articles of Fabiana della Valle on Gazzetta dello Sport, her with a colleague, Fabio. What are they speaking about? Because they never really accepted or believed in the words of Maurizio Scanavino, because they said that today there could be possibly a meeting between a club that at the moment is not really revealed. We don't know which club from Saudi Arabia, but they could meet Max Allegri today in Monaco. We know that after the last game, Max Allegri went on holiday. He said to the club officially that if they needed him to speak about some things, he would be available, otherwise he would go on holiday. He is in France, in La Côte d'Azur. Côte d'Azur, that is not that far away. Côte d'Azur is Nice and so on. Not that far away from Monaco. He could possibly today, latest tomorrow, meet some people that really want to go with an offer. There are two clubs, Al-Nassr, the club of Cristiano Ronaldo, but also Al-Hilal, the club that tried to sign Messi for more than 300 million euro. At the end, it flopped. Messi to Inter Miami, if I'm not wrong, and then they go back. They go back with other millions, big millions, to Max Allegri. Max Allegri at this moment, we all know it. He has a contract with Juventus for 2 more years, 7 million net plus 2 million of bonus. Probably this bonus has never been paid because the 2 last seasons of Juventus in terms of result were absolutely not great. They could go with an offer, according to the rumors, 3 times, if not 4 times what he's earning today at Juventus. An offer that could possibly make Allegri doubt. We know a few things about Max Allegri, and he always said it publicly. He doesn't want to train outside of Italy. He had offered from Paris Saint-Germain, from Real Madrid, for other clubs. He always said no, for a simple reason. He wants to be loyal to his family that is in Italy, in Torino. His small kid, the son, is in Italy. He wants to be close to him. He also wants to be loyal and close to Italy, a country that he loves to. He doesn't want to travel too much. He doesn't like to change country. And he also wanted to stay loyal to Juventus, because you like it or not, Max Allegri is a Juventino, has always been a Juventino, and really believe in a project with him that he can put Juventus again in glory, in trophies, trying to win in Italy. He wants to be there in the rebuild of Juventus, even being aware of the difficulty of Juve. We know it. We spoke about it, or we didn't speak about it yet, but if you followed a bit the news, the entry names are not fantastic. Let's be honest about that. The exit names are huge. Let's be honest about that. This morning on Gazzetta and in Tutto Sport, they are speaking about possible departures of Dusan Vlahovic, Federico Chiesa, Bremer, Szczesny. Not all of them, but a lot of big names that we were all believing that would have been the future of Juve for the 5 or next 10 years. Well, everyone is on the market. Even Pogba is a doubt. Will Max Allegri stay or not? Well, officially, yes. But we also know that Max Allegri is exhausted. He said it himself. It was a really difficult season, a season that he wishes to nobody, to not even the worst of his enemies. Will Max Allegri think about changing club? Could be. Could be. There is a possibility. Even if in the last few hours, the agent of Max Allegri said publicly, no way. They already found and planned the next season with Juventus. It has already been official that he will be the coach of Juve. All these rumors are absolutely fake and not true. Now, how many times did we hear from agents that they are reporting some things 24, 48 hours before that we see facts of total other things? Look at Benzema, for example, totally saying and lying actually in front of microphone that he would have stayed at Real Madrid, that he would never join Saudi Arabia in the next few days, and 2 days later he was gone. How many times did we hear about Juventus officially taking a position in confirming Max Allegri in 2019, confirming Maurizio Sarri a year later, confirming Andrea Pirlo the year after, and at the end, all of the three coaches has been sacked with other solutions. That's why today we have no certainties. Even the words of the agents, we can't take them for granted. Would it be a sensational big news that Max Allegri would leave? Well, it could be. Especially if we go back to the words of Maurizio Scanavino. Was it the strategy of the club Juventus to make sure that Max Allegri understood that if he wanted to leave, if he was really exhausted, well, Juve would not have paid his dismissal, but he had to find another club himself? Could be. Could the club, that mysterious club from Saudi Arabia, Al-Hilal, because that's the club that they are really believing is the club that is contacting Max Allegri, will that club really being serious in offering 3 to 4 times the salary of Max Allegri? Everything can happen. I told you, everything, you have to leave the doors open to every single kind of news. Could be that Max stays, could be that he leaves. But what if he really leaves? Well, leaving without Juventus being obliged to pay 40 million euro for a coach that will be at home, well, opening a lot of scenarios. Could be potentially that 2 names are already ready to take the Bianconeri. The first one, the easy option, Igor Tudor, ex-Juve player but also ex-Juve assistant in the era of Pirlo, is free from Marseille and could jump and start a young, fresh project from day one. Or we could potentially go back to another sensational news, Antonio Conte, a scenario that has never been possible with Max Allegri staying at home, because the million of Max Allegri adding the million of Antonio Conte, that is a big earner in terms of salary, would be totally impossible. With Max Allegri leaving and Juventus not having to pay a single penny of it, Antonio Conte could become again a possible candidate for the bench of Juve, even accepting to lower a bit his request, his demands in terms of salary. Can he be the man of the rebuild like he was in 2011, 2012? Well, we will have to wait. Anyway, do I believe that the voices of Saudi Arabia are right? I believe in them. Will Max Allegri accept them? Do I believe that? I am not sure. Knowing the history of Juve, Max Allegri, that he loves Juve, that he loves Italy, that he loves being in Torino near to his family, I am not sure. I am not sure if Max Allegri would accept it. But anyway, who will live, we will know. Ragazzi, let me know what you think about that bomba news here. I will come back or later in the afternoon or tomorrow with a big update about Mercato, because there are so many news we have to speak about. Let me know in the comment. Maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.